365 meters above sea level. Take a moment to enjoy the best 360 panoramic view of Singapore. We're approaching the best photo spot of your journey, so get your cameras ready. As we begin our descent, spot the various landmarks, showcasing our country's heritage and cultural influences from yesteryears, with each having its own unique story to tell. So, where do we begin? Marina Bay. Marina Bay's unmistakable skyline is the architectural and national pride of Singapore. Built on 690 hectares of land reclaimed in the 1970s, Singapore's central business district features some popular sights not to be missed. First, pay homage to Singapore's national icon, the Merlion, a mythical creature with the head of a lion and a body of a fish. If you have time, catch a world-class art performance at the Esplanade Theatres by the Bay. Or visit Marina Bay Sands, an integrated resort which includes a hotel, luxury mall, convention space, and one of the world's largest infinity pools. Drop by to see Edis Square, the world's largest floating platform, the primary venue of Singapore's National Day Parade. Formerly the key landing point for sea travellers, you can now experience a variety of waterfront hospitality and dining options at Clifford Pier. Sentosa. Situated off the southern coast of Singapore lies Sentosa, a resort island with many popular entertainment spots. Located at the entrance of the island is the renowned Resorts World Sentosa, an integrated resort with 6 unique themed hotels and world-class attractions. For a glimpse of Singapore's history, visit Port Siloso, home to a wealth of World War II memorabilia. Or enjoy a day of sun and sand at the Palawan, Siloso, and Tanjong Beach on Sentosa's southern coast. Chinatown. Singapore's historic Chinatown is a bustling mix of old and new, filled with traditional shops and markets, as well as restaurants and cafes. During Chinese New Year and Mid-Autumn Festival, Chinatown comes to life with an array of decorations, street bazaars, and performances amidst the hustle and bustle as Singaporeans make their way here to shop. Aside from the festive periods, there's still a lot more to experience here. Visit and appreciate the Tang Dynasty-style architecture of the Buddha Tooth Relic Temple and Museum. Or take a stroll along the iconic Temple Street with preserved shophouses occupied by a variety of restaurants and souvenir shops. Admire the magnificence of Sri Mariamman Temple, the oldest Hindu temple in Singapore. Experience a gastronomic journey along Cheong Siap Road, formerly a red light district. It is now buzzing with the most eclectic and dining hotspots in the country. Boat Quay. Situated at the mouth of the Singapore River, Boat Quay was once the busiest part of Singapore's old port and has since transformed to a popular tourist destination. Take a trip down Nostalgia Lane with a cruise on the Singapore River. Stop over at the Asian Civilizations Museum, devoted to exploring the artistic heritage of Asia, particularly the ancestral cultures of Singaporeans. Another must-see is the Victoria Theatre and Concert Hall, one of Singapore's most recognizable landmarks. Along the river, pay a visit to one of the two official statues of Sir Stamford Raffles, founder of modern Singapore. Near Boat Quay, you can also find Lau Pa Sat, a national monument that has been converted into a food center offering the best of local cuisine. Enjoy the historical architecture of Fullerton Hotel, previously home to Singapore's General Post Office. Civic District. The Civic District features some of Singapore's more notable historic buildings and spaces. Visit the National Gallery, where you will find the largest public collection of modern art in Singapore and Southeast Asia. Or find serenity at St. Andrew's Cathedral, the oldest Anglican church in Singapore. At the heart of the Civic District, you'll find the Padang, the very place where our late Prime Minister, Mr. Lee Kuan Yew, announced Singapore's independence in 1965. This is also where the very first National Day Parade was held in 1966. Since then, the annual celebration has become a stunning spectacle of military parades and multicultural song and dance performances as Singapore remembers its rise to independence, emerging on the world stage as a major commercial hub, financial center, and global player. Fort Canning. Fort Canning was an artillery fort built in 1861. Aside from this historical monument, it houses other museums that give you a glimpse of Singapore's past. Visit the Fort Canning Park, an 18-hectare space with outdoor lawns offering a variety of arts, heritage, and nature experiences. You can also find Southeast Asia's first philatelic museum, which serves as a custodian and curator of Singapore and world treasures of stamp-related history. Learn more about the distinct culture and tradition of the Peranakans at the Peranakan Museum. For history buffs, look no further than the National Museum of Singapore. It also hosts a dynamic range of events throughout the year, from art installations and festivals to performances and film screenings. Be sure not to miss the vibrant Old Hill Street Police Station, with 927 windows adorning its facade. Bras Basah. By the Stamford Canal lies Bras Basah, home to museums, national monuments, and a number of distinguished institutions. Visit the Singapore Arts Museum, where you can find contemporary art of Singapore and Southeast Asia. Or take a walk along Waterloo Street, home to landmarks like Kwan Im Thong Hood Cho Temple, Mahi Naboth Synagogue, Sri Krishnan Temple, and more. Finally, take in the exquisiteness of the Armenian Church, the oldest Christian church in Singapore. Or you can admire the beauty of Chimes, a historical building complex with a Gothic-style chapel. Today, it is one of the most popular restaurant and bar enclaves. To see Singapore's heritage, arts and culture in an entirely different light, visit the Singapore Night Festival, an annual urban art event. Enjoy the interactive light installations that turn the facades of the Singapore Art Museum and the National Museum of Singapore into works of wonder. After experiencing the food, culture, art and other attractions, don't stop to find out more about Singapore. The journey doesn't end here, as Singapore constantly evolves and reinvents itself. And one of the key areas to look forward to is the Marina Bay. Built on 690 hectares of reclaimed land in the 1970s, the iconic skyline now features a diverse mix of residential, retail, entertainment, office developments, and some of Singapore's most popular tourist destinations. However, this is just the beginning for Marina Bay, as more plans will soon be put into place. These include a more lively and mixed-use residential district at Marina South that combines the vibrancy of city living and the best of green living in all its development. We can also look forward to the opening of the fourth desalination plant in 2020, the Keppel Marina East Desalination Plant. The first of its kind in Singapore, the plant will be a large-scale dual-mode desalination plant that can treat both seawater and fresh water while serving as a recreational spot for visitors. Another much-anticipated project is the Founders Memorial, set to open in 2025 to commemorate Singapore's founding values and ideals. With all these exciting developments and more, you can look forward to the upcoming transformations at this iconic Marina Bay.